Welcome to the channel. I'm Kay, here with your latest political news. In today's news, we are talking Donald Trump's huge economic plan. Yesterday, Donald Trump was in Savannah, Georgia, giving a speech at his, I believe it was a rally, where he was supposed to be unveiling his economic plan should he return to the White House in 2025. I watched that rally or speech or whatever we're calling it. And to say that out of that entire rambling, incoherent, non-existent plan, there was actually no plan. Donald Trump talked ad nauseum about everything else. He did not lay out specifically what he was going to do. Just a bunch of the same old rhetoric that we've been getting from him on the campaign trail. I think we're all exhausted with this political season. I know that I am. Donald Trump is running for president for a third time, and each time he's ran, it is getting progressively worse. I think this is the worst that we've seen him. I am going to play some of the clips from his economic speech or his economic unveiling, and I'm going to let you have a look at what Donald Trump has to say, and we're going to talk about it all. Take a look.
Under my leadership, we're going to take other countries' jobs. Did you ever hear that expression before? Have you ever heard that we're going to take other countries' jobs? It's never been stated before. We're going to take their factories, and we had it really rocking 4 years ago. We're going to bring thousands and thousands of businesses and trillions of dollars in wealth back to the good old USA. That's what we're going to be doing.
Who says that? Who would come out and say to the world that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take jobs away from other countries and bring them back to the United States? And 4 years ago, we had the United States rocking. Are we just going to skip over the fact that there was a pandemic and millions of people died? So we're not going to talk about that? We're not going to talk about the fact that millions of people, there was over 1 million people that died during the pandemic, and the entire country, basically the entire world, but specifically the United States, had completely shut down. Kids weren't going to school, people weren't going to work, people were laid off. So I'm not really sure what Donald Trump is talking about, but let's keep going.
Other countries steal our jobs. Now we are going to be going after their jobs and bringing them back to America where they belong and where, frankly, they want to be. They want to be. If Kamala Harris gets 4 more years, she will deindustrialize the United States and destroy our country. We will become virtually a banana republic. We will be destroyed. Their plans are horrible. And if they wanted their plans, again, I say it all the time. I said it during the debate, where, by the way, we absolutely destroyed her, except for the fakers on a microphone. Oh, she did very well tonight. She did very well. She did very well. She couldn't put 2 sentences together. Take a look at her answers. And it was 3-on-1, too. ABC ought to be ashamed. It was 3-on-1.
First of all, Donald Trump lives in an alternate universe. We were a banana republic when he was president. Donald Trump was literally governing by tweets. Do we not remember Donald Trump governing by tweets? So much until there was a time when they had to come out and say that tweets were official statements from the President of the United States. So, Banana Republic? We were a Banana Republic back then. And saying that you're going into another country and taking their jobs, I just don't understand what goes through his mind from day to day that would make that okay for him to say. I realize that they want jobs created in the United States, and there are a lot of countries that outsources their manufacturing to different countries. But telling other countries that you're going to come in and take jobs away from them, I'm not really sure that's going to help your case. That is not an economic plan, because how exactly are you planning on doing that? You cannot bully companies into bringing jobs back over to the United States. You just can't. And of course, he's going to, later on, he's going to threaten them with tariffs, and we're going to talk about that later. But just so we're all clear, Donald Trump, you did not win that debate. There is nothing that happened on that debate stage that said that you won. There was absolutely nothing that you did that would constitute a win. You were a rambling, incoherent mess that started the rumors about people eating pets. The conspiracy about people eating pets. Let's keep going. Here's a clip of Donald Trump discussing, I don't know, you figure it out. Let's play the clip.
Cars, but you have to have gasoline-powered cars too. You have to have hybrids. You have to have everything. You know, the new thing, and I'm sure Elon will get it if it's any good, but it's got one little problem. It explodes. Hydrogen. They say the new thing is hydrogen cars, but they're having a problem. If it explodes, you end up about 7 blocks away and you're dead. So personally, I don't know about you, but I'm going to take a pass. But maybe they'll figure it out. But right now, I wouldn't recommend it. But
where do you even go with that? So in this next clip, Donald Trump is talking about the war in Ukraine. To say that, I don't know why we continue to expect anything different from him. But let's take a look at this clip, and we'll be back on the other side to talk about it. Take a look.
Biden and Kamala got us into this war in Ukraine, and now they can't get us out. They can't get us out. I watched him. We will win. We will. He's been saying that for 3 years. Every time Zelensky comes to the United States, he walks away with $100 billion. I think he's the greatest salesman on earth. But we're stuck in that war unless I'm president. I'll get it done. I'll get it negotiated. I'll get out. We got to get out. Biden says, we will not leave until we win. What happens if they win? That's what they do, is they fight wars. As somebody told me the other day, they beat Hitler. They beat Napoleon. That's what they do. They fight. And it's not pleasant, but, you know, we've given them close to $300 billion.
Donald Trump just openly mocks Zelensky and is blaming President Biden and saying that we're over there. We're actually not. There are no U.S. soldiers in Ukraine right now. We are providing them with assistance, military equipment, should I say. And if anybody has been paying attention, you know that Russia invaded Ukraine. So are they just supposed to hand him over? That's what Donald Trump would have recommended. He would have said, you know, just give him a little piece of it. Let him have a little piece of it. I mean, come on. You guys don't need all of Ukraine, really? He's openly mocking one of the countries that we're supposed to be assisting, and saying that he's saying we will win. Like, what do you want him to say? We're gonna lose? Donald Trump is not okay. Like, Donald Trump is not okay. And the media covers him as if he is a normal candidate running for president. He's anything but normal. I mean, are people not paying attention? Are we not hearing what's happening? Let's keep going. So his favorite part of the evening was talking about immigrants. Of course, that is his thing. That is his sales pitch. That is what he sells to the American people, that all immigrants are horrible, terrible people, and we should all be afraid and terrified of them because they're coming in and they're taking our jobs and they're committing crime at high rates, etc., etc. All the nonsense that he spews, he got into it at his economic plan unveiling. Let's take a look.
Middle East, they're coming from Asia, they're coming from South America, but not only South America, they're coming from all over the world. It's really just what they're doing to the fabric, to the guts of our country. It's not even believable. And you see what's going on. You see what's going on. They're taking over towns and cities. And they're taking them over with weapons. They're taking them over with weapons that are military quality weapons. Where the hell are they getting the weapons?
Where the hell are you getting this from? Where is this happening? They are literally, they're taking over towns. Now this is a new one. This is new. So now they are taking over towns. They're destroying the fabric. Donald Trump, the immigrants don't have to do that. You're doing that pretty well on your own. You have literally stirred up racism and hate, the likes of which I have never seen in my lifetime, not in the United States. I read about it, and of course, as a black woman, I've experienced racism here and there and from time to time, but it's nothing on this level. You try walking out in the South and having a Kamala Harris flag on your lawn, or wearing a Biden t-shirt or a bumper sticker. Like, it's that serious. You have literally created a place, or a safe place, for hatred in this country. And it's only targeting certain people. Can't imagine why that is. But let's keep going. Let's hear what else he had to say on the subject.
In Springfield, Ohio, so you have a town of 50,000 people. They have 32,000 migrants put into the town almost overnight. And the people are so nice. You know, they want to be nice. They say, well, the mayor is actually looking for interpreters. He's looking all over for interpreters because they can't understand. The language is totally different. What the hell? I'm sorry. You have to move the people back to the country from which they came. You have to. You have to.
So you move people out of this country because they don't speak the language or they need an interpreter? Donald, your wife have given speeches. We've heard her give speeches. We've heard her give speeches. Yeah. Yes. We've heard her give speeches, and if we're going to go by that metric, then you probably should have a discussion, a family discussion with Melania. Needing an interpreter? We've been told she speaks many languages, and we've only heard her speak English. Only ever heard her speak English. Very choppy English. Almost need an interpreter like English. But nevertheless, we're going to demonize people who are coming to this country and have not been taught English and say that they need to go back because they don't know the language? Really? Is that what we're doing? Again, by those metrics, you should probably have a family discussion with your wife. Let's move on. So in this clip, Donald Trump is talking about the fact that he likes charts. Yeah, I know. Let's take a look.
History, right? I have a chart that's my all-time favorite. I love that. Is it around? Is it around? I love that chart. I sleep with that chart every night. I kiss it. I love it. Because that chart saved my life. I look to the right. Bing.
We all know that Donald Trump doesn't really read. We knew that he didn't like his briefings when he was president. So to say that you like charts, please spare us all. We know that you do not like to read. So there is that. Let's move on. So let's play this clip, this last clip about Donald Trump trying to talk about AI and Governor Newsom of California. Take a look.
To do artificial, which is a big hot thing that's happening now. They say it's the next big wave. I don't know. It comes with risk, but it's the next hot thing. But it needs massive amounts of electricity. So if you took all of the electricity in our country right now, which isn't enough, because in California with Governor Newsom, you have blackouts and brownouts. How about him? He wants to go all electric cars, but he can't give you air conditioning in the summer, right? Let's go all electric, but we have a blackout every 10 seconds. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we're going to do things that nobody has ever really had the courage to do, but it doesn't take courage. It's common sense, you know.
Did you guys just hear Donald Trump try to talk about AI and went off on a tangent? His entire speech was like that. The entire speech was like that. And if we are going to talk about California and blackouts, we can start with your buddy Governor Greg Abbott in Texas. They are literally on their power grids and people froze to death a couple years ago. So there is that. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Here are my final thoughts. I think we're all ready for this election cycle to be over. I know that I am. I think people are politically drained of all the hatred that's coming from one side. People are being threatened. Donald Trump is name dropping people that are being threatened. And this entire speech was a rambling, incoherent mess. From the clips that I played, not one time was there an actual plan in this plan. Concepts of a plan? Maybe. Sure, we'll give him that. But a plan, this definitely was not. Donald Trump is using hatred and racism to win a presidential election where he would be president of the entire country, not just for MAGA, but for the entire country. And this is what we're getting from him. I expect nothing less from Donald Trump, and as he continues to slip in the polls, I believe his rhetoric is going to increase and it's going to get even uglier. I'm not expecting anything different from him, JD Vance, or his spokespeople, the people that get on TV and try to explain to us what exactly Donald Trump means or what he's trying to say. I'm over that. I don't need an interpreter for Donald Trump. I can hear very well and I understand exactly what he's saying. Nobody is coming into this country taking our jobs. And I thought the whole point of trying to help countries like Mexico and Venezuela and Haiti to help them out was to help them create jobs over there so people won't have to feel like they're forced to find and seek out a better life in the United States. But Donald Trump says, no, we're going to go in other countries and we're going to take their jobs. I thought that was the whole point of making deals with Mexico and Venezuela and different countries to make sure that the people have a reason to stay in their country. They have jobs, they have an income, and they can sustain their family in a safe and healthy environment. Donald Trump wants to take that all away and think that somehow immigration is going to go down. The numbers are actually down now. But that's neither here nor there because facts doesn't matter with Donald Trump and the truth is just not what he is used to. He doesn't care anything about the truth. He doesn't care anything about the facts. And he's going to say and do what he wants if that means he wins in November. I'm over it. I'm over his hatred. I'm over his rhetoric. I'm over his racism. And I hope to God that he does not step foot anywhere close to that White House ever again. These topics, when it comes to him, are heavy. And it frustrates and infuriates me that we get lectured from people who have American flags in their yards or have the American flags on their cars or wear American flags paraphernalia and call themselves American patriots when they support somebody that is so un-American. Donald Trump is so un-American. And I say that as somebody that has a lot of feelings when it comes to this country. This country could do a whole lot better, but definitely not with him. He's the most unpatriotic person that ever stepped foot in the White House. wanting to keep immigrants out, wanting to keep Muslims out, targeting a specific group of people, telling black people you don't have anything, you can't get homes, you can't get jobs, calling other people losers, saying Kamala Harris slept her way to the... It's too much. He does not deserve to be back in the White House. Those are my thoughts. I'm going to go and touch some grass. I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.